Welcome back to another Market Open live stream. Welcome. I'm super excited to be back. It was an awesome weekend over at Disney. Look at this. I also got a nice new notepad. I really like this one. But anyway, welcome back. So let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on in the market. We've obviously had a crazy pipeline attack over the weekend here. We had some craziness going on with Doge. Doge, definitely something to pay attention to. We had some news coming out of SpaceX about maybe being able to pay for cargo with Doge. Whether or not a company actually will is something that's obviously unknown. But I mean, some cool things. Kind of literally taking a Doge rocket to the moon. So we'll take a look at pricing in the chart there as well. But I'm super excited to jump on over to the sticks here. Let's see, I gotta plug this thing back in, and we'll see what's going on in the pre-market. Good to have y'all back. Let's get started and see what this week is gonna look like. I don't know. I'm ready for a full week of green. That's what would be nice. How about this? A full week of green for the things that weren't green already last week. There we go. We're gonna balance it out a little bit. Let's see what we got though. I have no idea. I haven't seen it yet. Okay, so here we go. Okay, we got a cannabis move. Look at the cannabis, folks. We got OGI and Tilray's up 14%. Oh my gosh. Why? I have no idea. I mean, this week in cannabis, new Tilray. I don't know. There's earnings, maybe. I don't know. But here's a cannabis move happening for some reason. Wait, hold on. Oh, I'm sorry. That was from Friday. See, I'm still rusty. There we go. That was from Friday. All right, here we go. So the pre-market. Let's sort by the pre-market. There we go. My bad. Tilray's price was Friday. All right, now we've got the pre-market up correctly. See, this is what happens over a weekend. You forget things. So we got Property Solutions up 6.13%. Okay, then we've got Faraday Solutions. So it looks like we've got some SPACs and EVs maybe up here. You've got Line Electric Vehicles up 5.24. AMC going back to almost $10 here. That's something we've been trading under for much of last week. IPOE back up 4% here. There's talk about the voting emails going out for this merger almost completing. First Majestic Silver up 2.8. Clover Health 2.7. Lyft's up a bit, 2.2. BNGO's up 2.2. So some of the maybe more SPAC-y and high-risk stocks a little higher today, but not much. I mean, we only got like 2 or 3 to 4 maybe up a little bit here, right? Somebody here says Tilray got upgraded last week, and so that's why. That makes sense. I was looking at what the recent news was over like the last few hours because I thought the price movement was from today, but it was last week. So yeah, absolutely. Many different price target changes last week. And it's, to me, I love it when stocks move off some random company's price target, because to me, it's almost worthless. It's like either free money or it's a free buying opportunity. It's silliness to me. Workhorse down 7% in the pre-market here. Workhorse falls after setting 2021 production target below expectations is the headline here. By the way, remember, if you like this platform, do check out Webull. Go to metkevin.com/Webull, deposit $100, and they'll give you 2 free stocks worth up to $1,850. But yeah, look, I mean, this is real. Workhorse just got decimated back when the USPS dropped their, awarded their contract to another EV company. And this really crushed Workhorse and crushed spirits there. Kathy Wood's actually an investor in Workhorse. And, a lot of folks do scratch their head about this one. Like, why would you still be in it after the USPS contract is gone? It's not going back. The U.S. government generally doesn't yank contract. Oh, no, social media doesn't like we did this. We're going to take it away from Oshkosh and we're going to give it to Workhorse. Ocugen down 4.41%. Vuzi's down about 4%. Invitae's been on a little bit of a downtrend here. Look at this. Invitae down about 2.67 again. Not a lot of crazy ups and downs that we've got so far for opening the market. Matterport sitting at around 1130. We got Zillow at 1.93% down. Chipotle's down a bit at $1,400. Lemonade down just under 80. I really like being under 80 here. Hey, and you know what? If you could be under 60, why not at Pinterest? Much lower after obviously a little bit of guidance depression, we'll call it. We've got Piton sitting at 82. This had its moments of trying to ran back up to like $90 last week. And then it kind of gave that up real quick. We got Facebook here at negative 1.1, negative 1.55. Roku's down a bit, Square's down a bit, 1.25% here. Rocket Mortgage down 1.14. It doesn't help that the Wall Street Journal just threw a big article about how mortgage demand is slowing. Tesla's sitting at 666 again. It's kind of like a stopping ground for Tesla. It's like, oh, where's Tesla? Oh, I don't know, 666. Tesla, a phenomenal company, and really the opportunity to buy it under 7, I think, is wonderful. I think I got a little ripped off because I told Lauren, hey, we could go house shopping if Tesla hits 750 in the month of April, and this was when it was like 625 in March. We made the deal, so Tesla went to 750, touched it for like 2 days. Lauren got what she wanted. Tesla 750. Didn't say it had to be and stay at 750. And so now it's back at 666. Oh gosh, yeah. See, when you make your deals, you got to be really, really specific. It's got to stay there. All right, what else? EXPI is down 0.84%. AMD down 0.71%. Beyond Meat sitting at 110 now. By the way, I'm seeing a lot of competition from Impossible. I think most of you know by now that I went to Disneyland this weekend, and we stopped at Starbucks or restaurants or whatever, and a lot of Impossible competition is what I was noticing, not like the Beyond Meat burger. So it is interesting, and I think there'll be even more entrants to that space. So food is something that I always have said, and I continue to say, is very low margin business. It's not like an Apple or where Tesla's heading, where Apple is an extremely high margin business. Somebody, for example, was making fun of me going, oh my gosh, you think Tesla's going to grow at 43% in 2024? That's crazy. That's insane. It's generally, in my opinion, people like this that don't even pay attention to the fact that Apple, which has been around a lot longer and has been growing much more consistently, is expected to grow at 28% this year, and it's an over $2 trillion company. Apple's like one of those companies where like, oh yeah, they're done growing, right? It's absolutely incredible. So we're about a minute and a half away from the Club 33. I know, yeah. Who's a Club 33 member? Apparently, you need to like book a month out over there. But no, that's gotta be really cool. I hear it only 500 people are allowed to be members there at a time. I don't know. Maybe they've changed that. It's crazy. No, we don't know anything about it. So anyway, we are a minute away from the opening here. It looks like Apple is down also 0.66. We've got what else do we have here? Snowflake's down 0.4, Amazon's down a third, Neo's down 0.22, Xpeng's down a little bit. Not actually a ton of movers. We do have Dogecoin doing a little bit of a bleed here, and the market getting ready to open here. I am concerned about Doge doing a slow bleed out, and that's not to slam Doge at all. I think Doge is wonderful. But I think once people realize, like, hey, this rocket to the moon is not actually like a Doge payment required thing, it might hurt a little bit. But I don't know. Doge has a lot of hodlers, and that's a good thing. Let's listen into the open here.
Walls are still hanging in here, David.
Yeah.
David, you ever been to a mall?
Not in a long
fascinating
time.
They have like Bulgari and stuff now.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. $42,000 necklace in the window.
Nice.
You have to make sure that your wife doesn't go by that part of the mall.
That's not going to happen. That was a sexist comment, by the way.
Okay, your spouse. I'm
Here
sorry, I was thinking actually.
How do you know
your
I don't
wife.
want that $42,000
No, I don't want to get in trouble with this. I know you outside of work, okay?
Here it is. That's pretty green.
Well,
That's pretty green. I don't know. That looks like we might be seeing some more green here in a moment. By the way, I have gotten so many emails from people who are like, hey, we're down on our stocks, because a lot of you invest in growth. And it makes sense because this is a wonderful long-run investment. And at the same time, I also hired somebody to help me with marketing, and things are taking way longer to transition. So we are extending that coupon code to the moon for a little bit, and at least until we get this transition done. Because I've never hired people before, and all of a sudden I'm going from no employees to like 10, and it's insane. So yeah. Anyway, that is linked down below for the amazing programs and private live streams. All right, let's go ahead and see how things are opening up. We have NG. I'm sorry, yeah, and it's no longer NGA. It's Lion Electric jumping at the bell here. We've got AMC pushing at the bell. Very nice. That's a nice push here at the bell. AMC going hard. AMC, remember, a very strong trader stock. Super common to be looking for a very strong push here and opportunities to buy. We'll see what that volume looks like here the second candle, although first candle is always going to be your big one. So it's really, you can compare the volume now to the prior days. We might do that in a second. I want to see what else is going on. Coinbase coming out of nowhere here. Coinbase jumping all of a sudden. We got Nordic American tankers, folks. The longer this shortage goes on with the pipeline on the East Coast, the more Nordic American tankers is going to do well. I was already reading in Bloomberg this morning that they're looking to start sending ships to the East Coast to store oil, which freaking makes sense when you got millions of barrels a day that are stuck in a stupid pipeline that got ransomware hacked. It's so weird. I was literally, and I know people are like, oh yeah, sure, that's convenient. No, I mean, like, I didn't say anything about it, but I was thinking to myself, wow, and this was in regard to California. I mean, it had nothing to do with the East Coast. But I was thinking to myself, oh, man, and this was about 10, 12 days ago. I'm like, gosh, let's say you were like running the state. You were like a governor, or you were a president or whatever, right? It's like, man, nowadays, remember what Jerome Powell said the biggest risk is to our society? He said it's cyber risk. It's not inflation. It's cyber risk, he said. And that thought re-echoed through my mind. And I'm like, man, should really consider understanding cybersecurity more and getting into how these companies work and working with these companies or investing in these companies. Because that I think Jerome's right. That's going to be really important. And that thought went through my head. And then I'm like, yeah, whatever. I got my diamond hand coffee. I'm going to have some more coffee here. And then a week later, we get this pipeline attack. It's bad. It's crazy, but it sort of reiterates what Jerome Powell said as a big risk and something to really consider here. So, all right, what do we got? Workhorse trading to the downside. Invite is getting destroyed here. So I don't know if this is just is one of those things where it's like whatever Kathy Wood likes, sell. is something that seems interesting. Okay, look at network shock. Okay, well, I'll do that. I'll write that down, okay? So I actually have a notepad now, which is really nice compared to the little stuff that I had before. I guess I could keep it more organized. And it came from the Star Wars. All right, what do we got here? So Upstart falling here. Upstart's another one that is a trader stock. I mean, it has been after their explosive earnings from 60, and I'm like, oh man, I would have wanted to maybe consider buying the company as a buy and hold, but not at the crazy prices we had seen. Although, wow, look at this. Look at Palantir just get wrecked. Oh my God, why? Let's see here. I will pull up the terminal. Let's find out what's going on with Palantir because this is an intense move to the downside here. Doge trying to recover a little bit here. I do want to look over, on the day chart here. Obviously, we've had some incredible momentum swings here. And we've really stabilized above 50. I mean, even yesterday morning, we briefly hit 40 cents, which is a prior resistance and now support level, right? We've drawn this line before. So it's really interesting to kind of see it hit. Oh, basically, I mean, within a couple fractions of a penny here, it basically hit the line that we've always had drawn here on Doge. At 40 cents. So it's kind of interesting to see it bounce off that, but it's not good that we're potentially trending to 40. Although, look, if these lines hold true, we should bounce off 40. So just keep an eye on that. Workhorse and Invite accelerating their declines here. not so good. So definitely accelerating declines here. Whereas on the green side, you do still have LEV. Well, AMC, it's getting its first red candlestick right here. Well, it seems like strong volume here. IPOE. Otherwise, let's see what else is moving. American Airlines. Okay, here we go. American Airlines trying to break out, though we're slowing down maybe a little bit here. We got Lyft up 2%. Boeing, Macy's. What do we got here? Macy's. Trying to, can't even load. There we go. Okay, yeah, Macy's up 1.5%ish. AT&T. Hey, maybe AT&T will actually have 33. Coinbase trying to maybe do a little recovery, but not really. Coinbase at 266. So incredible. If you believe in the Coinbase long run, it's like, oh yeah, there were not enough buyers for the amount of people who were selling. Yeah, Peloton's flat ish. We've got Domino's down slightly. Spirit Airlines is down. Churchill Capital 1922. Remember, folks, you better be ready for the joys of investing through October, through September, October. I say it. I've said it every week now. Say it for like what, a couple months? I believe it. Let's listen to CNBC for a moment while I pull up Bloomberg in the terminal. So I do want to see what's going on with Palantir. Let's pull them up for just a moment here. Oh, that button. Here we go.
Do you think that people, Robinhood people know Alcoa? Do they even use tinfoil? Do they call it tinfoil?
Sure they do.
What do they call
it? It doesn't really grab the imagination, I guess, in the same way.
The imagination doesn't play a role.
That Dogecoin can. I mean, that's, you can let your imagination run wild there.
Well, how about
with Alcoa?
I was with someone this weekend as a SPAC.
You were? Well, yeah. Everybody's got
and
SPAC.
I said to him,
That's not a big deal.
you're the only one at this table as a SPAC? This is insane.
Right.
One guy had a SPAC.
That's not.
We had 7 people
Who were you hanging out with? What kind of crowd?
Poor people.
Only one guy.
Only one guy. I said, who else has a SPAC? No, Carl, no one else had a SPAC. I was completely let down by this group.
We gotta. Oh man.
Yeah, if you'd been with them maybe 8 weeks earlier, it might have been a different picture, Jim.
Yeah,
but they missed it by that much.
It is interesting. The whole SPAC movement has really it went through a phase and then just burn. Although some great opportunities to invest in some of these companies long run, which is kind of cool. I had actually emailed, for example, Matterport to invest in Matterport before probably 2 months before anybody ever even heard about their SPAC. They were probably already in SPAC negotiations, but I was so excited about that. So when they went, I'm like, oh yeah, this is the future of insurance right here. Nobody gets it yet. So I'll buy it. All right. Let's see. Bloomberg's coming up. We'll go back to the sticks as well in just a moment. Let's listen to CNBC for just a minute more.
10:30. I think it's worth asking him about the business travel because we certainly have not seen any pickup in it at all. David, you've been correct in chronicling that business travel just doesn't exist yet.
Not yet. And the question is how much of it will exist percentage-wise based on 2019 levels, sort of the normalized levels. And I think that could take years. And listen, many of the airline executives we talked to as well believe that. Gary Kelly says, I just don't know. I mean, you asked the question, a lot of people don't know. The Expedia CEO last week also saying it will come back.
Folks, the entire market's pulled back right now. Look at this. We got LEV. Oh, this is so weird not to say NGA. So NGA basically pulling back. I'm just going to say NG. No, I shouldn't do that. Lion Electric's pulling back. AMC's pulling back. Social Capital's pulling back. The thing that's running again is Ethereum. I mean, records on Ethereum. Broke 4,000. The momentum in Ethereum right now is phenomenal. Absolutely incredible pushes in Ethereum. Yeah, I mean, we've doubled in the last month here. It's really incredible. Now, Walgreens is up slightly here. JP Morgan up about 1.3, 1.4 there on Walgreens. American, Macy's, these guys up 1.2-ish, but also starting to red a little bit. Let's look at the broader market here. Let's look at the S&P. So S&P just fell, but now it's recovering a little bit. Let's try the Nasdaq. Let's see what we got over here. Nasdaq. This is the Nasdaq 100. Well, I don't know. Do I want the 100? I don't know. Let's get the full Nasdaq. Nasdaq. Can I get the 1,000? Or can we just go QQQ on here? There we go. Let's just look at this. Yeah. Also sliding down. Yeah. I mean, look at this. Then here you go. Marathon's down again. Arcimoto's down again. DraftKings is down. Yikes. Upstart's accelerating and VTA's accelerating. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Palantir. Yeah, let's find out what's going on with Palantir. But now we're getting big red candles on Palantir. Ooh. Lemonade's accelerating a little sell-off here. Look at that. Redfin, Pinterest, Neo. It's everything. It's everything. TTCF, BTC. Yeah, Bitcoin. Bitcoin's just not moving anywhere near what Ethereum is. I mean, you look at like Bitcoin, it's basically like, I don't know, up a couple $1,000, like basically flat over the last month, while Ethereum's doubled. It's crazy. Here, let me pull up Palantir really quick on Bloom. Let's see what we go. Palantir. All right, let's see here. There we go. Palantir. So let's see what the company news is for Palantir. There we go. So Palantir could have an unpleasant surprise on this week's earnings. Oh, maybe selling off due to fears of earnings, huh? Yeah. Wow. Okay. We'll see. Let's listen into what some of the coverage is. I'm also going to pull up Bloomberg Live.
Are what they are, and they're much, much better, and the prevalence rate locally is much lower. We can remove some of those layers alongside the fact that so many people are getting vaccinated. Yep. So the vaccinations are leading us to where we are today, but we're going to keep monitoring conditions as we go forward. That's not going to change.
The NYSE seems to be as emblematic of what's happening around the rest of the country. Slowly but surely, people are coming back in. What are you hearing from CEOs about?
Yeah, I mean, James here says everything's going risk off. Too much uncertainty surrounding Biden. There's a lot of uncertainty around the new tax plans. There's a lot of uncertainty about everything. I mean, taxes. People actually literally having to pay taxes. Yeah, you know, inflation uncertainty. There's so much uncertainty right now. It's incredible. I like investing when there's uncertainty, but trust me, it's painful, especially when you're expecting it to be dark and dirty for months.
Creative. So people are trying to get their teams back together. And just my own personal experience, as I've seen people come back into the building, they're excited to see each other, and they didn't realize they were going to be.
There is a camaraderie you cannot get from working at home. And yet we saw trading done at home, and even the NYSE systems working remotely. Explain that experience, because from me, as a close insider watching from afar, it all seemed to work pretty darn well.
Yeah, it all did work very well. And much like those CEOs were saying last spring, we're excited by how...
We don't care about the New York Stock Exchange reopening. We just want stocks to go green. What do we got over here?
Especially because this is the Chinese vaccine that's been distributed most widely.
Oh, the Republicans are going to meet with Biden? It's going to go real far. You know, they did that with the stimulus package. Like, oh, Biden's like, yeah, I'm going to go talk to all the Republicans, invites them over to the White House. They didn't get anything. They got nothing. And they're like, we don't want to spend as much money. Oh, okay. Spend as much money. Didn't go anywhere. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. All right, we'll go to the sticks here. Let's, welcome to another... welcome to another setup for another week of insanity here. Let's check out how Doge is responding here. So Doge is still sitting around that 50 cents here. So $0.50. Let's also make sure to get the 10-year. We haven't looked at the 10-year yet. Let's see how the 10-year is doing in relation to this oil issue. Now, keep in mind, when you have a shortage of gas, that is expected to bump prices for gas and jet fuel and oil, which is a component of inflationary expectations. So you might see bonds going up because of this, and you actually are not, which probably means that bond yields would have probably gone down had this shortage or this pipeline issue not happened, which is good. We remember for growth in the stock market, what we really want is the 10-year to stay chillaxed and to not spike up again like it did previously. The last thing we want is another spike up, kind of like this ramp up that we had here, and then all of a sudden we sit at like 2%, 2.25%, because markets are expecting this massive inflation. They're not right now. They're not expecting massive inflation. And so that's why we're seeing these yields rotate down again, which is great. Wonderful, wonderful. Finally, inflation expectations are calming down a little bit. But we'll see, I mean, we still look around and it's like inflation today is insane. But yeah, anyway, what do we got here? Voyager Digital actually moving up 4% today, over $20 again. Playboy's moving. I just saw them here somewhere. Anyway, NGA, Lion Electric, that's going to take a while. This one's up about 5%. We got Steel Dynamics moving up again. Really, it's like recovery and materials pushing today. Look, you get some retail in here. Simon Property Group, Boeing, JP Morgan, a lot of the sort of recovery, the cyclicals. These guys doing well today, leading to the consistent and continued sell-off in some of the more growth-oriented companies over here. Plug Power. Oh my gosh, Plug Power's at 21? Where is it? Yeah, wow. I remember thinking when Plug Power was at 25, like, wow, this thing's down. Like, it was at 75 at one point. I made a video about it. And I'm like, just be careful. There could be a QuantumScape style correction on Plug. Well, I wasn't expecting the entire market to do that in like the higher multiple sector. But, I mean, it did more than that. I mean, it's from 75 to 21. That's a shave. Ay. By the way, might be actually getting a chance to ride in an Arcimoto fun utility vehicle today. So I think I expect that to be fun. So I'll let you know how those expectations go. But I think it'll be fun. I just got a notification here that ARK-K is breaking last week's lows. Take a look at this. ARK-K now down another 3.79%. This sort of continued sell-off here at the ARK funds. We are lower than we were in March now. March was just the appetizer. Yeah, March hitting lows at about 105 for ARK, and we're at about that. 10. Where are we now? Yeah, we're also at about 105. Hitting last week's lows. Okay, breaking last week's lows. The genomic sector at ARK also selling down. Look at this. You got Tesla down more. Tesla's down 653. No shortage of opportunities to buy the dip and have it dip more next week. It just keeps going. Volatility is up. You wonder how much of the volatility spike here is due to the pipeline shutdown. Pipeline shutdown being a big problem. I do want to pay attention to Doge a bit as well, just mostly because I do have a slight concern that folks don't understand that you can buy Doge to fill up, or sorry, you could buy cargo space on the rocket with Doge is not a requirement. It's just it's an option. It's like cash, check, credit, wire, Doge. But it is still, nonetheless, it's really cool. So yeah, it's wonderful. All right, Endeavor is actually giving up today a little bit here. I mean, I think this might be one of its more substantial red days here. It's mostly just been straight up for Endeavor after their listing here, 6.75%. But today, definitely slipping to the downside. What do we have sort of in more the middle space here? CRISPR, yeah, CRISPR selling down as well. Might have some opportunities, honestly, to open up some more larger positions on some of the genomics as they continue to fall and sell off here. Wait, what? What is this?
America was founded on systemic racism, and that's what they're telling new hires. Our country is based on systemic racism. That's coming from Disney. What happened to it being the happiest place on earth?
I was just there and I was wondering, like, am I gonna see like a video of me or something? No, but that was from April 30th. I'll tell you, having 30% or what is it? I think 25% capacity makes all the waits a good bit shorter. There's still waits though. Still have wait like an hour for cars. Get the VIP package next time. Although I didn't want to pay that money. Like I tell Lauren I need every dime I can get to buy the stonks that keep dipping. It's great. Oh, I love it. It's it is yeah. So I got another. Oh, I should got it here. Somebody sent me, and I can't wait to show it to y'all. I didn't put it on my desktop. Somebody sent me a colored version of the diamond hand guy. It's really cool. It's like blue and the yellow hair. I'll have to bring it to my desk. Oh, and if you haven't noticed yet, look at the other. Look at what else in my background right there. It's a little blurry. Take a peek at that. We got the Tesla tequila. Tesla tequila. All right, let's keep going with stocks here. So AMC just gave it up here. AMC had a nice little start. Its volumes depleting. But then again, the entire market rotated a bit there. So a rotation on the entire. This is the kind of market where you go, Kevin. What's the link? Yeah. Go to metkevin.com/lemonade to get a quote for life insurance, renter's insurance, homeowner's insurance, or pet insurance. Definitely double check that life insurance. And you could price compare that by going to metkevin.com/life. 2 different places you can get life insurance quotes because it's a crazy time. Of course, I highly recommend you diamond hand this through September and October because I think once we get through these uncertainty cycles of what's going to happen with taxes, what's going to happen with inflation, what's going to happen with blah, 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 unemployment, all this kind of crap, what's going to happen? I think we go back on a rocket ship. Of course, that's just my speculation, but that is something that I've been talking about even since before this sell-off happened. If you go back to some of the videos from January and January and December, I was talking about inflation-inspired sell-offs, and we've seen a lot of that, of course. So we do have a report coming out on Wednesday. It is the new CPI data release for April, which there are expectations that this CPI data release is going to include more stimulus check spending. So we could see potentially some more month-over-month inflation for April. We also want to keep in mind that April is expected to be the largest year-over-year top-line number for inflation that we've seen in a very, very long time. We should be prepared for about 3.5 to 3.6% as a top-line reading for inflation on Wednesday. And that is because we are comparing back into a hole. So do remember that. And we will have one more whole comparison, and that will be on June 10th for CPI data. You could take a look at some of the data release dates here. Screenshot this if you have not yet. Here, let me prepare for the screenshot. Okay, good. Hopefully you got a good shot there. And yeah, you want to mark these calendar dates down. The month on the left gets reported on the date on the right, and that is a 5:30 a.m. thing for us on the West Coast, which does mean Wednesday's going to suck again for having to wake up real early. But whatever, I'll do it. I'll do it. By the way, I did really want to stream the Doge thing live this weekend, but we had a restaurant reservation. It was at Disney. And the other thing to keep in mind is anybody who covers a snippet even of SNL gets their videos deleted off YouTube. Like SNL, I did one time. One time I made that mistake. I put a little 10-second clip in of SNL. It's like instantaneous delete from YouTube. SNL is brutal with people sharing their content. That's tough. All right. Let's see what else we got here. Let's listen into. We'll give CNBC a shot here. We'll go to Bloomberg and we'll go back to the sticks here. But we have been seeing a little bit of the sell-off. Okay, so fine. CNBC's on commercial. What is this? Okay. All right. We'll go over here then. Is this a commercial too? Oh my gosh. They're all on commercial. Whatever. All right. Let's see here. Let's go through the sticks again. So we got NGA trying to recover a little bit, but everything got a little depressing. I have to say, everything got it's kind of like we started happy and then things just got depressing. It's bad. Voyager Digital did pop at the open here, but is rotating to the downside a bit here. Some of these recovery guys, this 1.5% moving up, not bad, but still getting destroyed, just decimated over here. I mean, what is this? Look at this. Palantir is down 7%. Oh, it's just, it's just a lot of these moving together. You know, it's not some of these individually. I mean, look, Plug, EXP, Marathon, Riot, Blink, Upstart, Blink, one of the Chargers, expecting the big EV revolution over the next 10 years here, right? Ooh, just lots of pain here. Look at that snowflake. Get back under 200, says the market. It is unreal. Somebody says, look at X. What's X? Can I just type in X? Is that what, it's US Steel? Is that what you want me to look at? US Steel? Hey, there you go. You got 4% on US Steel. You know, I have an option. Where is it? In Steel Dynamics. We were talking about Steel Dynamics in the course like 3 months ago. Golly, that right there, that's a stock you could have used to hedge your portfolio. That thing's done so well. Really, really incredible. But yeah, geez. What else you got here? Besides lots of red, you've got, let's see here, Skills, 5.88% to the downside, Microvision to the downside. Dogecoin just broke half a dollar here. Yeah, it's bouncing around 50 cents there. Lemonade's down another 5%. This should literally just say metkevin.com/lemonade, so you always get reminded to get your insurance through that. I think, honestly, it's one of the things I like about Lemonade is once you use Lemonade, I don't think you'll ever go back to using a normal insurance company. Like, try it. Even if, and this is just something I encourage you to do as an investor, even if you don't want insurance, go to lemonade.com, preferably metkevin.com/lemonade, but I don't think it doesn't make a difference if you're not going to sign up. But other than maybe making them feel good, saying, oh, Kevin, yeah, whatever. I don't care. But anyway, try it, apply, and go through the process as an investor, okay? And I want to be transparent. Obviously, I invest in the stock, and then, you know, I recently got sponsored by them. But try it. Go through the process of applying and see how different it is from using a traditional insurer. And I think you'll be pleasantly surprised with just how innovative it really is. And I think that's the future of insurance. So I am sure in the future we'll see more companies doing stuff like that too. But yeah, they're ground up AI. It's pretty cool. Volatility up, growing. It's actually jumping chunkier even more. We've got them up about 5.45%. Or I'm sorry, the volatility index is up 5.45%. Yeah, this is really leading to sort of a lid on some of the green today. Definitely a lid on the green. Actually, AMC just disappeared. Peloton's actually up 1%. Oh gosh, you know what's really freaky in my opinion is I wonder what this winter is going to be like. And I know this is like premature to talk about, but it's just something that's like that I'm starting to think about now, and I really think now is the time to start thinking about it, not when everybody's thinking about it. But so I want to share that with all of you, because obviously I appreciate all of the support y'all give me. But one of the things that I do think about is like, what if we get, you know, the surviving strains of COVID that come and sort of wreak havoc in the winter in America again, specifically amongst low vax communities. There are some areas that are extremely low vax. And remember, they suggest for herd immunity, we need what, 70, 80% vax. And there are, look, and there are many of you, I would probably say about 30% of you watching this stream right now who are like, Kevin, the vaccine doesn't prevent COVID. I'm not putting the vaccine. It's fine. I think it's a personal decision whether you take the vaccine or not. It's totally up to you. My point is more for the stock market. Okay, I'm thinking about stocks. And I care about people's lives too, but again, personal decision. But I'm thinking about stocks. I mean, what happens if we get, you know, the India style strains and breakouts in the winter again out here? Even if it's just amongst 30% of U.S. communities. I'm saying communities, not population. Just like you get these hotspots where you get some communities where it's like, oh my gosh, like 70% COVID incidences or whatever. I don't know, but it is something that I'd start thinking about sooner rather than later. Just things to think about. So yeah, get the Christmas tree up. Yeah, you're gonna start planning for winter, man. So get the Christmas tree up. God. Gee whiz. Dogecoin rotating to the downside here some more, along with the loser group here. Where's Tesla? Oh wow, Square's going back to 220. If I can get Square under 200 again, oh, it's gonna be juice. Oh, Tesla's under 650. It's gonna be such a ride between now and September, and it keeps going. People have been like, Kevin, how come when you're buying the dip, you're not buying as heavily as you usually do? I go, because the dip gonna keep dipping. Yeah. You don't know that it's going to keep dipping, but at this point, we just kind of come to expect it to, and it does make sense. With all of this uncertainty between now and September, October expected. Hot 8 mining's down. Bitcoin sitting at 57.5. We've got Chegs down 3.3%. Canopy growth down 3.3%. Where'd Tilray go? Jeez, yeah, Tesla's getting crushed. Where'd Tilray go? Tilray was up. I'm sorry, Tilray was like flat. They were up like 16% last week, but now they're down 4.8%. Yeah, that's not so good. Where's Bloomberg? Let's see what Bloomberg's got to say about this. Anything? What do we got over here?
To talk more about this, Bloomberg cybersecurity reporter William Turton joining us now. William, there's a lot of debate about how this happened. My question to you is, how quickly can it be fixed?
Well, that is the big question, and it really remains unclear. And that's kind of the nature of these ransomware attacks. And not only in this scenario are the hackers locking up computers and demanding a ransom, they've also stolen nearly 100 gigabytes of documents and are threatening to leak those as well if a ransom isn't paid. So, it can be very difficult to recover from an attack like this. Let's say, in a scenario, even if you paid the ransom, right, and you were given the keys to decrypt your data by this hacking group, it can still take a long time just to do the actual decryption and bring your systems back online. And as we know here, the hackers only hit the IT systems of Colonial, and Colonial took off the operating systems, the computers that actually run the pipeline, in order to be safe. But, maybe there's some way they can, bring back some version of their IT systems, but I think a lot of people are becoming increasingly worried or confused that there wasn't a contingency plan in place for something like this, and why it's taken so long for them to come back online. And really, they haven't given anything in way of a timeline or even a guess as to when they might come back online.
Jeez, cyber testing. You would think on news like this that some of the cyber companies would be doing well. Like, let's look at CrowdStrike. No. Of course not. Why? Because it's the most topsy-turvy market in a very long time. Oh man, it's down 2.5%. It's comedy at this point. Roblox is down 2.7%. Corsair Gaming's down 3%. Sundial is down. Tesla's down 3.45%. I want to spend money, but I'm getting really cheap because the market's there's too many opportunities to want to buy. It's crazy. Maybe what'll happen is we won't have inflation because all of the people who would be buying at the reopening are buying the dip instead. Wishful thinking. All right. What else here? Yeah, look, it's kind of like it's slowed down the rate of decline, but we're still getting it. Look, Tattooed Chef down 4.15% here. Enphase. It's the broader, it's the entire market. It's not like Enphase all of a sudden sucks. It's the entire market in these in the growth sector. The growth companies just getting spanked. Shopify freaking crushed earnings, down 3.85%. Nikola is down 4.6%. Nikola, by the way, interestingly, has been one that continues to push to 12 and then fall back down. It's like it's really bouncing between 10 and 12. I almost wonder if there's like a trader opportunity to hit those bounces in there. Neo is going back to 35. I mean, now we're getting to some of those lows again, the March lows. I think March low on Neo was somewhere around like 32, 33. But wow, Microvision down to 13 again. BioNTech, or sorry, it's BNGO that we have here. BNGO down 4.8. Squares down 4.8. Beyond Meat down 5. Beyond Meat's at 105. Oh my goodness. Lemonade's at 74. Oh, it's just a fire sale. Palantir, but what's sad is it's not like a traditional crash where it's like, oh my gosh, it's crashing. It's just like it's a bleed. It's just a bleed. Yeah, there you go. 90 years later, it will go back up one of these days. No, this is normal. You get pain cycles like this. And you gotta be prepared. Yeah, look, leaps are a wonderful thing in theory right now. But if you can't handle the pain of things going down 4 to 8%, you're not going to be able to handle your leaps going down 8 to 16% a day. Like your leaps get devastated in a market like this. They do very well when you rotate back up, but this sucks for options. Tulip diamond handers are doing well. Yeah, no. See, you remember, you always want to separate momentum, and this is why I say this regularly. It's very, very, very important. You have to separate momentum diamond handing from growth diamond handing. They're very, very different. Apple and Tesla diamond handing, or Square diamond handing, or Shopify diamond handing. These are growth stocks. These are growth stocks that go through cycles of declines, and eventually they go through these outsized returns. What happens, though, is you get a lot of really jaded anti-growthers who make fun of all the growth stock investors during times like this. And it's like, oh, Kathy Wood is an idiot. Look at her stocks underperformed the S&P, blah, 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 blah. The problem is, those are the same exact people who in, 2 years or a year, whatever, when growth stocks are going parabolic, those are the same people who are like, Cash is just lucky. She's just lucky. They never realize that growth goes through some SHI, you know what I'm saying, periods as well. And it's hard. It's hard to keep buying the growth sector when it's just melting. It's very difficult. And that's why growth investing is not a luck thing. It's hard. Because if you can withstand the bull crap it goes through, whoo, Now we've been used to shorter dips. I mean, consider the summer dip, the September dip, the dip before the election. Those were short. I mean, you're talking 3 to 6 week dips, right? Folks, we're coming up on 3 months of this crap. 3 months. It's a disaster, but it will come to an end. I think it'll come to an end by September and October, which sucks because that's still 4 months away, at least. But it is possible that the reason I'm not selling and then buying back in September, because every time I say that, people are like, well, then why did you sell that? Well, because it could recover sooner, right? We could start pricing in expectations of what we think is going to be our world's going to be like in September or October. Could start pricing in June. It could be this month. It could be July. But so far, just looking at the market now, you've got volatility up. Not only is volatility up, but it's staying up. Let's look at the 10-year. You got the 10 years actually just staying flat at 1.56. I mean, you're just not seeing that growth. And folks, this is why people are like, Kevin, Why is Bitcoin stuck while Ethereum is doing well? I don't know, but I do know that the relationship between the 10-year and BTC seems to be holding again. Bitcoin is flat. Guess what's also pretty much flat? The 10-year treasury. I don't know why this relationship holds so well between Bitcoin and the 10-year, but it does. Ethereum don't play that game. Ethereum's in its own world. Yeah. So just little correlations like that I like to pay attention to. All right. Yeah. At the same time, by the way, the Dow is hitting a record high.
It's probably capable of producing $25 or $30 per share of earnings a few years out. It's got a monstrous moat around its position, along with a few of the other streaming services. It's investing a ton of money in content creation to widen the moat. So although it is lumped in with the growth companies, it has cash flow characteristics of all of the stocks that we own. Basically, you're paying essentially a market multiple in the out year for a company with wonderful strategic positioning.
When more broadly on FANG, I know Netflix has a few things that are unique.
Let's talk about Netflix. Okay. All right. No, whatever.
Why it's down 40 cents at 64.50. I can't explain.
It makes no sense. Oil's down. Told you the market's topsy-turvy.
30 cents on the price. I think that this might be maybe expectations
Fair
that
enough.
you could get some shipped oil coming to the Northeast instead.
Yep. Yeah, fair enough. Tell me about Ethereum. Is it
There you
still
go.
at a new record high, Susan?
Yes, that's right. Above 4,000. First time crossing that level overnight. And it's outperforming Bitcoin so far this year. Second largest behind Bitcoin, worth closing in on $500 billion. That's half of Bitcoin's $1 trillion value. But, you know, Ether has been boosted by the booming NFT market, which is traded on Ether or Ethereum. Also the crypto of choice when it comes to financial services. You have the European Investment Bank saying that they might launch their bonds based on the Ethereum platform. So you have to think of Ether and Ethereum differently from Bitcoin. It's more like an internet platform. It's more like a technology, which you can use for a lot of different uses. And I think some people say that it could even outperform and be more valuable than Bitcoin in the future. We're already up 40% in just April alone. So some say this might be the time to play Ether because Bitcoin has already run up so much.
Yeah. Look at this. Tim goes, if I bought Ethereum today, it would drop 30%. Who else feels that way? Who else feels that way? That when you finally buy something, it tends to drop right after. I'm sorry. I feel that way too sometimes. Actually, a lot. That's a funny, except when I'm trading for some reason. If I'm like, I'm gonna day trade this. I don't know. I've been doing really well on the day trades. Although I haven't been doing them very much lately. All right, what do we got here? SPY is recovering a little bit here. Look at this, sort of a little bit of a, what can we call it, a bounce? I don't know. Maybe I'm worried looking at it, it's gonna rotate right back down because now we saw it. It's like that ride. Isn't it the Indiana Jones ride at Disneyland? You looked into my eyes, and then it all crumbles. Or is that Schrodinger's cat? I don't know. Anyway, all right. What else we got here? I did Blink charging. Why? Let's zoom out a little bit. Okay, let's just look at some of the relative discounts that we're getting here. Okay, so Blink has really just been trading sideways for a very long period of time. Let's zoom out a little bit here. Remember, this is Webull. Get 2 free stocks with Webull. Deposit $100. But anyway, so yeah, we're trading somewhere around here, December levels. You know, not at those lows that we've seen before. Upstart rotating back down. I don't know. It'll be interesting now that we've broken through this level over here at about 97. Makes you wonder if we'll go back to around that 75 level. We'll see. Plug Power this is absolute destruction. I mean, we haven't been at Plug Power levels since November. We've got Doge at 49. Vuzi. And keep in mind, Doge, folks, pay attention to Doge. A little bit of a bounce here, but pay attention to Doge specifically because of the expectations of, SpaceX taking Doge or whatever, taking it for cargo on a ship. Like how many people investing in Doge are putting cargo on the rocket? It's entertaining though. So actual functionality, I think by that is very low, but actual, desirability of marketing purposes is very, very high. QuantumScape also back down to some of these December lows over here. Invitae at 27 is, what is this? Take us back to somewhere around here. Wow, take us back to July on Invitae. Wow. Romeo Power just been straight down. Oh my gosh. I mean, we're under $10 SPAC by a lot here. What else do we got here? Canoes under that $10 SPAC level. Lemonade right now sitting somewhere around those December levels. Square 223. Yeah, pretty much the same thing. It's given up a lot of history here. Neo, also same thing. Pretty much gave up the last 6 months. The next half year, last half year, gone. Pretty consistent in what we've seen with a lot of the stocks here. One thing that you could do now is you can redo your, Tesla's bouncing up a little bit again. One thing you could do now is you can look at your favorite stocks and look at your future PE multiples, your future PEs basically, and compare to what they have been. I mean, you look at like the future PE of Tesla or Enphase when these are at all-time highs compared to where they are now. Some of them are actually very juicy right now. They're much more desirable for the forward earnings that you're paying. Oh, we get some Doge coverage here. Let's listen in.
Doge, of course, did lose a third of its price that night after Musk did call it a hustle later on the weekend update.
No.
Next morning, SpaceX announces it will launch a mission funded by Dogecoin. And joining us to discuss all of these swings, Slow Ventures partner Jill Carlson. Jill, welcome.
I feel like I'm being set up here after you just showed that clip. Where's my bow tie and glasses?
Well, it does. Yes, there's been some emotional swings because of these cultural moments that we're witnessing. I wonder, do you think, is Musk trying to cover all the bases? I mean, which one is the real Musk when it comes to at least what we think he perceives Doge?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's a great question. It's important to bear in mind, as he himself has pointed out many times, Dogecoin was created as a joke. Bitcoin, on the other hand, was created as a revolution, right? But I think, having watched the show, I think that what he's trying to point out is that while Dogecoin was created as this joke on cryptocurrencies and on Bitcoin itself, it can also be used as a joke to undermine the US dollar, to undermine the whole fiat currency system. I think that's what he's trying to get at with his implication that currencies can be based on whatever you want, whatever he wants.
Method to, I guess, what some would call madness, are just coming out with apparently diametrically opposed viewpoints within 24 hours of each other.
Yeah, I do think that there is a method to the madness. I don't think that he's taking himself or the joke that seriously. But what I think that it raises is the question of whether or not that's problematic. When you have someone in his position with a huge following of this sort of rabid fan base putting money into things because he's tweeting about them. And so I think that it does raise that question. And I think that if he, in fact, is not taking himself or the joke that seriously, then that's what's worth asking here, because he's not out here disclosing his own trades on the coin. And so, we should be maybe asking whether or not that's okay.
Well, I wonder if you think he is interested in seeing institutional acceptance accelerate or continue. And if so, if he wants to see the big boys play in this space to lend legitimacy, how does treating it or how does acknowledging the joke help?
Yeah, it's a great question. I mean, SpaceX itself, obviously his own companies are now getting involved in the game.
AMC is moving up a little bit here.
Treated as a game. I'm not sure that he is that he has enough method to the madness to be trying to attract in other institutions and other investors of that nature. I see him more of the class of sort of investment influencer, almost of the sort that we see now on Reddit and YouTube and TikTok, talking about stocks and cryptocurrencies. I think that Elon Musk is not that different from that class of character as opposed to the sort of crypto evangelists who are out there really trying to get institutional asset managers and the banks involved.
Jill, to what degree do you think, though, that the specifics of Dogecoin and how it's being marketed and the fact that it's sort of acknowledged as having started as a bit of a joke, and the fact that people involved in Dogecoin often kind of cast themselves in opposition to establishment crypto, does it just bring more attention on, hey, what's underlying here? What are the intermediaries doing? Are there enough safeguards on this whole world? How would you kind of integrate that into your view of what eventually happens with all of crypto in terms of scrutiny and regulation?
Yeah, I mean, I think that if you follow the Dogecoin community to the extent that there is one, I think that you'll see that there are layers to what they're saying, and again, what the game and what the joke is. Where for crypto outsiders looking at Dogecoin relative to Bitcoin, they see Dogecoin as this thing that demonstrates, there aren't controls, that this is all based on thin air. We've built castles in the sky with cryptocurrency. This isn't based on very much. But then if you look at it as kind of a crypto insider, a lot of what the Dogecoin community is saying is, well, all of that is true of the fiat currency system, not just cryptocurrency.
Right. No, it's going to be interesting to see. I see now the ratings are in, and third highest rated show of the season. There's a whole new audience that got exposed to this, and we're going to have to see how that develops in terms of how they start thinking about it too. Jill, thanks so much. Great to see you.
It'll be interesting. Thank you.
As we head to a break,
I don't know. What do you think about that? First of all, I have to say I was a little pissed that they're like, oh, Doge fell 30%. It didn't really fall 30%. If you measure from peak to trough, I mean, there was like this brief 4-minute period where the thing went like from 64 up and from 64 to 74. And then at one point it fell down to 42, 43, 44, somewhere on there. Are they measuring like that? I think they have to be because realistically, I would say, Doge's movement during SNL was net 64 to 56. It wasn't that big of a deal. The fluctuations were a little crazy, but it's not like it evaporated. I don't know. I feel like that's a little mainstreamish here, going a little extreme. It's kind of like Kathy Wood explaining last week why she has one of her own ETFs within one of her own ETFs. And then 2 minutes later, the interviewer going, yeah, it still seems weird that you have your own ETF and your own ETF, but okay. And then it goes on to ask another question. It's just, I don't know. Sometimes the media just pisses me off. It's almost like there's, yeah, I don't know. I don't get it. That's all I can say. Let's listen in to Fox just for a brief moment here. See if they got anything for us.
In Belmont Park, by the way. Asia, are they still planning on racing Medina at the Preakness, which is this weekend?
Hey, Stuart, good morning to you. Yeah, that is the big question here. Bob Baffert plans on racing Medina Spirit at the Preakness this weekend. Of course, that comes right before the Belmont Stakes here in New York. But whether that really happens or not depends on what happens here in the next couple of days with that second test. So
okay.
As you know,
let's pull off this. All right. So let's give Bloomberg a shot here. Let's see what we got on Bloomberg. Nope, they're on commercial. Okay. So keep in mind a couple things. One, I want to talk about taxes. Two, I want to just give a quick little note. Yes, if you didn't hear it when I said it, when I opened the live stream, I did extend the coupon code for the program's link down below because I'm hiring a big marketing team and not just ads, but to redo the pages and to change things. It's mostly because I don't have time to do it anymore now with some new projects. So I'm going to hire out a lot of things. So that way I still have lots of time for us on YouTube. And it's everything's taking way longer. So that To the Moon code, the 39% off code for the courses on building your wealth, the private live streams, the chats, the lifetime access to the lectures, all that stuff, that coupon code will be extended. Okay, so all right, so the media is pretty much all on commercial or being boring. Let's go back to the sticks here. Let's see what's going on. So we've got a little bit of a continued sell-off here on Doge. We're at about 48 cents now. I'm a little bit worried about the what's it called? Sort of a slow bleed. There we go. Mostly because of this this feeling of when people wake up day after day after day and they see red, kind of like they see in the growth stocks. Every day they get more and more likely to sell, which is weird. It's like literally opposite of what you should be doing, right? But when things slow bleed and people get so attached to, oh my gosh, my decision is slow bleeding, it gets harder and harder and harder for them to hold. Diamond hands start getting really, really slippery. You know, the diamonds start slipping out pretty fast. So it's just something to keep an eye on. And that could sometimes lead to some additional pressures. All right, so what do we got on the sticks here? So we got Plug Power down 7.4, Fisker's down 7.5, Boozy down 6.91, Open Door 6.74. Honest is down after their IPO. And in fact, yeah, this is going to put them at the lowest spot since their IPO. Honestly, any IPO these days, it's just been getting destroyed, like wrecked. It's pretty bad. So have you thought about I will email Cardano again to see if we could do another interview there. It's also hard to it's also hard to hold something you do not know why you're holding it. This is true. This is one of the things that I talk a lot about in the Stocks and Psychology Money Group is do not invest in something because somebody else is investing it. You have to invest because you believe. The reason why, like for example, this person here saying Tesla's a slow bleed. The reason why you have to believe so hardcore in the company that you're investing in is because one day somebody's going to make a video bagging on Tesla, comparing Tesla's growth to Ford. And if you're weak, if you're weak hands, you don't have that conviction in Tesla. You're like, oh God, what if they're right? Oh. Then you paper hand and you sell. But that probably means you bought Tesla for the wrong reason. If you can't defend against some of the nonsense, garbage people say about Tesla, you should not own Tesla. You should be such an expert in your stocks to where somebody's like, yeah, well, Kevin, your Peloton's getting pummeled. What do I care? I love the thing, and I'm going to keep buying it. And I put my money where my mouth is. So what do I care? It's a discount for me. Do I need to be able to compare my metrics with all the people on YouTube every month? No, I don't freaking care. Talk to me in 5 or 10 years. And, it's funny too. I was thinking about this weekend. There were so many people in 2019 that were like, I'm not investing because there's going to be a market crash in 2020. I mean, nobody knew that there was going to be a pandemic coming, right? So on one hand, it's like all these people who are like, I'm not investing. There's going to be a market crash. All the fearful folks that are like, don't invest. And then we had the pandemic. The really fearful ones, they didn't buy. The really fearful ones, they were the ones that are like, no, it's going to keep getting worse. It's going to keep getting worse. It's going to double dip. It's going to get even worse. It's just going to keep crashing. Meanwhile, I'm like, oh man, I did most of my buying in March and April of last year, which wasn't lucky. It was literally pain every day after day, and it's usually the market crashers that from 2019 that missed that dip are like, oh well, you just got lucky. You bought in March and April. You got lucky. Like, shut up. If you can laugh through the pain of the red and ignore the sissies, it's gonna keep going down. That's generally when you're setting up for some solid growth in the future. All right, let's listen to CNBC for a moment, and we'll go to the stick again.
A lot of them are related to either.
No, CNBC doesn't have anything. Let's look at the sticks. All right, what do we got here? BTX down 9%, Endeavor's down 9.8%, Workhorse down 11.5%. Workhorse just getting spanked right now. It's pretty bad. Yeah, what else do we have here? Plug Power's down more, Quantum's down more. I mean, this is pretty similar. Let's see where's some of our faves. Let's see, Palantir Palantir tried recovering a little bit, but now it's heading back again. Now it also says Marriott dips on Q1 results. Let's look at Marriott. This is a headline here from CNBC. Where is it? There it is. Yeah, down 2.58%. That's actually not that bad. All right, what else we got that's down? Arcimoto down 7%. They've just been getting wrecked. Palantir, Beyond Meat, it's at 104. It's getting worse. The XPI is not as bad as it was earlier. It's still red, though. Virgin Galactic's at 18. Oh, my goodness. XL Fleet down 4. Tattooed's down 4. Xpeng's down 4.27. Tesla's almost down 4. See, it was trying to recover, and then it's just like, nope, not done going down again. It's crazy. Take donations in Dogecoin for a campaign. That's cool. That would be cool. I wonder if we could do that. I'd be down. Yeah, that'd be cool. Let's see. What else do we have here? Somebody says, even worse is thinking things can't go lower, so you keep buying. That's not true. I think you should be rational with your investments, and you should realize that things can keep going lower, and that's why you don't want to blow everything, right? So something I do is I just keep nibbling, and that way I'm spreading out my buys as things head down, because I'm not going to time the bottom perfectly. So we just keep nibbling. It's wonderful for me. I mean, I don't mind. What else do we have? Airbnb is down 3.2. Matterport's down 3-ish as well. Solar Edge down. Microvision, Pinterest, Redfin, Churchill. Ooh, lots of pain. Even Apple's down 1.5% right now. Carnival Cruise Line's down. So let's say the broader market's down, although the Dow was showing up. You've got Coinbase that's recovered nicely here. NGA, Alliant Electric, really gave up some of its big gains today. Now, things that are up a tiny little bit. Let's see like indices for a moment here. Let's do like Dow stock. Dow's actually green, 0.6%. Nasdaq is up 1.25%. And the Russell is down. I can't believe the Nasdaq's up. That's incredible. And the S&P 500, with how much red there is on the individuals. Yeah, that's crazy. Nasdaq's going up. Well, 1.2. That's incredible. I did want to mention this as well here. Ross on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter, by the way, at RealMeKevin. But anyway, Ross on Twitter says, yes, it's tax week. Taxes are technically due Monday, but most people file and write the checks this week, so they're not late. And there are a lot of people who have to pay some fat freaking taxes this week. So there are a lot of people who do believe that you are going to see weakness. Was that not the Nasdaq? Oh, you're right. Thank you. Let's throw in QQQ here. There we go. Thank you. That's the Nasdaq, the actual stock exchange. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you for correcting me on that. I appreciate you. There we go. So we'll use QQQ. Here we go. It's just another. It's kind of like looking at SPY. There. That was very odd. So yeah, thank you for fixing that. I appreciate you. Can we call it the Me Kevin vacation? But anyway, yeah. So this is going to take a lot of money from folks, or buy the dip money is what I like to call it. Goes away when you have to pay more taxes than you think. So this is something that you wonder. Hey, is it a potential market catalyst that once people pay their taxes, new money ends up flowing in to markets? All right, somebody says here, Kevin, I love Tesla, but I worry about Elon Musk because I think he can be a bit of a liability with certain behaviors, tweets. Any thoughts? If you think that, do not invest in Tesla. Just don't. Just get out of Tesla. I think Elon Musk is one of the greatest assets Tesla and SpaceX, Neuralink, all these companies have. I think he's crazier than I am, And I think I'm pretty crazy. So I think it's wonderful. Like, I love it. I think it's awesome. I think it's really great. So I'm all in. Right. The only paper handing we want to see is your ballot to the polls. Meet Kevin for. It is going to be it's going to be a mailed election in California. Oh dear. Woo. You know, when you go to Disney, you don't wake up at 6 in the morning. You wake up to the piano at 8. Why do they gotta play the piano? I don't know. All right, what else here? Etsy's actually green. Coinbase green, but still giving it. It's not a big green for most things here. It's just not a big green for most things. It's just sad. You know, nominal greens at best, and more pain for everything else. It's just it's crazy. All right, we don't want to listen to Marriott. What else can we listen to? I don't know. Let's go over here. Let's see what we got going on here.
80% reduction by 2030. So we actually talked about.
Oh, Radnor, real quick. Thank you, first of all. So somebody here says, already bought the Stocks and Money course. I remember I did extend that coupon code because the staff I hired, it's a disaster. I got so much hiring going on. I'm sorry. But yeah, so you can still use that code to the moon. So already bought the Stocks and Money course. Amazing. Now I want to buy the YouTube course. Any way I can get a discount? Yes. Tag me in Discord for the course member Discord discount. It's like once you're a member, there's a code you could use. Just tag me at me, Kevin. I'll check after the stream. But let's listen to Bloomberg for a moment here.
We took immediate steps, Alex, to really determine, do we have an impact from this? And I'm pleased to say no impact to Duke's operations.
Okay, Duke Energy. I'm glad you don't have an impact from this, but it's kind of boring. Marriott's on CNBC. Kind of boring. And Fox is talking about it too. Now, Fox is just showing us B-roll. That's going to get me demonetized. Aye. All right. All right. Well, let's look at the 10-year. What else we got here? 10 years actually declining. I have to say I'm shocked the 10 years declining with this oil situation. Golly, come on. You would think that'd be like the perfect catalyst for inflation. That's the thing. The adventure, you nailed it. Love that Tesla question. I wanted to invest in Tesla back in 2018, and the guy that was showing me how to invest told me not to because Elon Musk is crazy or tweets too much or whatever. So I didn't. I missed out on huge gains. I mean, look, there are always going to be people with very, very strong opinions one way or the other. You know, somebody's going to be right. Somebody's going to be wrong. Right? But yeah, though I'm sure there's a lot of, as this commenter here says, boomers are salty. So, all right. I don't know. What else do we want to do? Do we want to do short interest a little? I'll do a little bit of short interest. How about that? I think y'all usually appreciate that when I pull up the short interest so we can see how are the shorts doing. Right. Let's pull it up. We'll pull up the short interest app, see what's going on. And well, thank you for that. All right. Well, okay, you want to do? Give me some names. Course members too. I'm gonna pull up the private stock chat. Give me some tickers, okay? All right, I got it up. All right. Yeah, we fixed the Nasdaq thing. All right, give me names. Give me names. What do we got? All right, here we go. Let's share the screen. Let's do shorts. So as a percentage of float here, Microvision's been going up. The last month, you've been going straight up on Microvision. You went from, 19% to like 22%. You've got Roku. Let's see here. Roku short's been pretty flat at 3.24%. Piton short is up at 8.96. You are seeing things trend up here on the shorts, which is what we've been expecting. Palantir. Palantir's like doesn't get shorted. 3%. It's incredible. IPOE. That's a good one. The Chamath SPACs. Oh my gosh. Chamath 30. Oh my gosh. Look at the short. This one. This went from 29% to 35%. It just keeps going up. Oh my gosh. Didn't I do Palantir already? Yeah, I did Palantir. PRPO. I don't even know what that is. AMC. Okay, we could do that. Yeah, whatever that is up at 5.17. AMC. We'll do that one really quick. What else we got here? AMC is up as well. Over the last month, AMC went from like 18% to 26.26%. Ascend, shut up. That's funny. Etsy. Etsy ticked up a little bit from under 5% to almost 6%. CCIV, there's another one. Okay, let's do that. Oh, look at that tick up on Churchill Capital from 16.5% to 20.18% over the last month. Even got that kind of movement. Laser from the chat here. Oh, I screwed it up on LAZR. Well, this is from the chat. BNGO from the oh, straight up on Laser, folks, from like 12% to 19%. The shorts are going nuts. We're gonna have like, folks, I think we're gonna have this like market-wide epic short squeeze. Vail's been pretty flat. SPY, can I do SPY? Okay, SPY's been pretty consistent. What about Kathy? Let's look at like RK. Can we do that? It's kind of been consistent over last month. The ETFs, I don't think get shorted as much. I think it's the underlyings that get that's shorted. Shift, let's try it. AMD, Shift sitting at 11.73. It's actually not that bad. AMD, plug. Yeah, AMD is nothing. Set plug. I just did Shift. Oh my gosh, there's so many ticker symbols. Plugs at like 9.63. It's actually not that bad. What's coin? Did we do AMC yet? Yeah, we did AMC already, didn't we? I'm pretty sure we did AMC. No, coin, it's too soon to really have short data on it. Pretty sure I did AMC already. Beyond me, I haven't done that yet. Oh, no, I haven't. AMC's up. Yeah, no, it was from like 18% to 26%. Beyond. Oh, GameStop, sure. Beyond me, it's straight up on the shorts here from 22% to 26%. GME. Come on. Fisker? Workhorse? Oh, gosh. I don't even want to know. Oh, look. Fisker F. I don't know. What's the ticker for Workhorse? Oh, yeah, there it is. Oh, yeah, look at that. Fisker's gone from 16% short to 26% short. It's a 10 percentage point gain. Oh, that's rough. MP Material. Workhorse. MP Material hasn't gone up that much. Workhorse. That's W. Isn't it? Isn't Workhorse? What's the ticker for Workhorse? Workhorse stock. Let's pull that one in here. WK. Yes, somebody wrote WRHS, but I was pretty sure it was WK, and it was. All right, what else? Wish? I don't even know what that is. Wish, whatever. Wish is up front, not that much, a couple percentage points. Enphase. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah. TBLT. I don't know what that is, but I'll do it. Enphase is not short at all. TBLT. Oh, EXPI. That's one we could do. From 1% to 2% on that one. EXPI. TTD. I don't know. Oh, wow. EXPI has doubled its short from like 4.27 to like almost 10% here. TTD. DraftKings. Oh, there's another good one. What is this? This one's been going down. Oh, Trade Desk. Yeah, Trade Desk been going. Trade Desk is so good. DKNG. DraftKings. What else? MViz. Didn't I already do MViz? I'm pretty sure I did MViz already. Vail and Mara and Riot. Sure. Square. Nothing on Vail. Square. Square's flat. Not really getting more there. Riot. Riot's up from 13 to 15. Mara. Not that high. We've had some that have been like doubles or up like 10 percentage points. No, not that much of a move on Marathon either. You've got Neo, Redfin. No, Neo, not that much. Redfin. No. IPOE was still a crazy one. All right, I'm gonna do like 2 more here. Sundial, Space. Oh my gosh, Sundial's been up from 13 to 16. Space. Yeah, Virgin Galactic's up from 16.85 to 22. It's any of the Chamath stuff, honestly. Zoom, ZM, barely short. Barely short. IPOF, fine. We'll do another Chamathi here. Nothing on IPOF, interestingly. I think it's too early for IPOF. Oh, maybe CRISPR and Invitae. That's true. Oust, please. Okay. No, CRISPR's been going down. Oust is at 4.2, super small. Invitae, is that the right way to spell it? It is. I got it. No, it's been going down as well. All right. All right. All right. We already did Palantir. Fine. Sens and I'm done. Okay. I'm done. Sens has dropped. It's interesting. All right, folks. That's pretty good. Oh, man. Okay. Oh, it's just another crappy day. I'm sorry. What's Doge doing? There it is. Doge. Oh, it's really, really stable around that 50. And he just keeps wanting to push around this 50 level here. So we'll see. All right. I'm going to take off. Appreciate y'all being here. It's always nice. We'll be live in the private course member live stream in an hour and 14 minutes. Use that coupon code. Consider joining. Link down below. Make sure to get your 2 free stocks with Eagle and your life insurance by going to medkevin.com/lemonade or medkevin.com/life. Or you can get up to $250 free with BlockFi by going to medkevin.com/BF. Deposit money and get up to $250 for free in your cryptocurrency. All right, bye.